So what is up, bosses? It's your boy Boss Fatwod, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I do remember that I need to go to the history to read the first thing, so Monica says, "Hi again, me." There we go, now we can continue. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Proceeds to laugh. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. So in the last episode, we wrote the poem about Natsuki, I believe. Whoa, I'm back in the literature club. Yeah, the music's doing like this weird... going in like the wrong tune, so sometimes like the notes are not in tune. I mean, it sounds very cool. It's obviously not meant to be like that. It suggests that there's something else going on here, like this is a glitchy world. I mean, we know that this definitely is a glitchy state of the game now. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Okay then. Thanks for keeping your promise, me. Your face alright there, girl? I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Okay, hello Natsuki, how are you doing? I mean, now you're here. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You seem to be blocking the screen. Okay, Natsuki, can I actually read it? Maybe I can read it there. If I go like that, maybe I can then... Here we go. If you don't take us... Okay, Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth, someone who keeps her... Oh, it's that one. Okay. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and that word. Is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plots back into her seat. Was that meant to happen then? Monica actually being in front of the thing? I'm sorry, me. I mean, I kind of suggest that she is breaking out of the borders of the game, right? Her being in front of the actual text box. It's like she knows that that actually is... there. It's like she knows that she's inside the game and is trying to break out, potentially. Well, make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glass. Yuri shoots Natsuki. Game over. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. It's literature club, so I guess we probably should read. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should keep you started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that you thought I might enjoy. That I thought you might enjoy, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did exactly that same thing, or said exactly that same thing last time. It's a short read, so it keeps your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so the worst word on the planet? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Or you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Instead, she gets out a gun and a freaking knife. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression as she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh, I thought we were going over there. Oh. I mean, that's definitely not that word. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. I mean, this is, to be fair, like, this is something I wanted to know, like, what Natsuki actually does in this closet. You're looking for something in there. Oh, Jesus, okay. Monica. Never puts my stuff back in the right spot. So what does it actually say? Oh. It stops at Yuri. We're not getting any of this dialogue. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Well, there we go. Yeah. You see that effing Monica has not freaking appeared. That should be right in the middle of Yuri and Natsuki there. What's the point? Okay, yeah. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. You read, okay. Sometimes. It's one of those things where you can admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Yeah, so that's when she was like... Or the text was like Natsuki was trying to say something but she didn't. So it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of a Mr. Stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with a book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I know that feel when it comes to freaking DVD cases. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Half-Fate Girls. Okay, it's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing, me. Consider this a Latin okay, or a Latin, I said. Don't judge a book, In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Half-Fate Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. Shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Moe from The Simpsons. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet, then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She passes on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then. Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Okay, what is this? Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Your eyes just moved, that's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Then you share your manga with your friends. Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I mean, that whole thing with like, oh, you watch, like the thing that when I was at school, it was like, oh, you still watch Stampy, oh, you still play Minecraft, you're a kid. Go away. No one freaking cares. Like, why do you care what I'm doing? Like, I had this one guy that kept every day, or every time I saw him, he was like, you always used to say to me, oh, you play bad games. And every time I have to explain to him, I play all games. If a game looks remotely good, or back then, on YouTube, obviously, if a game looked remotely good, I would give it a go. Like, right now, I'm playing this game that has overwhelmingly positive reviews. He would still say, why are you playing that game? And then I just show him the freaking reviews of 30,000 people doing overwhelmingly positive, and he's like, oh, I see. Yeah, I just absolutely freaking hate people like that. I'll play whatever I want. Like, I was speaking to a friend of mine recently. One day I'll play GTA 5. The next day I'll play freaking Peppa Pig Adventures. Then the next day I'll play Doki Doki. Like, I just play whatever's out there, whatever interests me. Like, I want to do 2 series. One on the Magic Roundabout game for the Wii, and 2 on Noddy's Playground or Noddy's Playtime on the PS2. Genuinely, I want to do a series on both of them games because I think it would be very fun. I mean, as I said, then next I might do a series on GTA. Who freaking knows? Like, just whatever game I find interesting at the time, or whatever game I want to play at the time, I will play. If people really hate it, then it'll be a one-off. If people really enjoy it, then potentially it'll be a series. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm really kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the crap out of me if he found this. So that doesn't show up, right? That's key question mark, I don't remember that. It used to say here in the club room. Does that show up? I guess that's there. Natsuki question mark is that one. Kept Monica's kind of a joke about it? Oh, sept Monica's kind of a, so that's like except. Just like a weird way of spelling it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. But it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? I don't like how their freaking eyes are like they're actually animated now. That's very uncomfortable. So. Proceeds to laugh. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Oh, so we're doing like we did with Yuri then. Oh, I don't like this. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Okay, she's sleeping. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey, oh god, okay! Well then! Alright then. Oh geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. So does that not... Oh, it does show up. Okay. Eox Zen. I don't know what that freaking says, mate. He throws it into Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. He snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry me. She's fine. It just happens that... Yeah, that... All of that freaking, like, the black eyes and mouth happen every now and then. Fair enough. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway. Why don't we all share poems now? Yeah, can't wait. Who should I show it to first? Should I just go straight for Natsuki this time because Monica is being a bit weird? I guess so. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. I forgot to save. Jesus Christ. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. It's about her as well. Okay, well, let's start with the first thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing with you in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha. It's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. So yeah, you shouldn't write about Natsuki then. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say it mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles, okay, that's the same. Crickets, horses, owls. I just want to make sure there's nothing different. Alright, yeah, all the same. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Let's be honest. This is all the same, yeah, I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Okay, well this is all the same, so let me just skip over all of this. And then I'll see if anything has changed. Okay, so that was all the same. I guess Yuri next? Yuri/Sayuri next? Yuri stares at the poem. Obviously, this might be different because I did write about Natsuki before. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Oh, is this all going to be the same then? Okay, so I'm about to read Yuri's poem. We'll see if anything's changed. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light, I think, is different. It's not different. Yeah, the 10 was... Okay, that's all the same, yes. Just want to make sure. And then this will probably be all the same as well. And last but not least is Monica, the person that most likely all of this would change. Hi, me. Having a good time so far? Oh, yes. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club night new activities or things we can do better, which I had none of last time, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Oh, well, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, me. We're a little embarrassed today, you know. There's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, me. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Yeah, this has all changed. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. He'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. She's in a fussy mood pretty often. Sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescence growth. Hey, some guys are into petite girls too. Okay, great. So we're just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, this hasn't changed. I brandish my pen, yeah. Okay, but that's all the same then. There I breathe. Yeah, it's just like about breathing, that one. What do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Okay, well this actually seems to be all the same as well then. Thanks for listening, and there we go. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice. Yeah, the music is very much so different now. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. I guess, like, that all being the same, maybe, would trick you into thinking everything's back to normal, but now I bet something biz can happen. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. Is this when they write about the same thing? As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change, or maybe that's day 2. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns a poem to her desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is... Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? This is all the same again. Like, I don't really want to read the same stuff again. So again, I guess I'll freaking cut ahead. Oh god, this is actually going really freaking deep now. True that my life was too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Saying that proves my point. I was gonna say, if I get the option again, I'll go with Natsuki this time. I guess we're not. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. You want to prove anything to stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can want to manage your toxic personality just by dressing and acting? Jesus Christ. The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. On my badge you already do, don't you? You've excused me of cutting myself. What's wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let me hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if he noticed I was standing there. Me? She's trying to make me look bad. This is so freaking... Jesus Christ, that's not true. She started it. Oh god, okay, I was gonna read that. I'm going with Natsuki because we didn't last time. I'll just keep clicking. Yeah, don't mind me, just gonna be keeping clicking. Just gonna be keeping. Okay, hello Monica, how are we doing? You're covering the screen now, are you? Your 360p image of you? Am I... Oh, here we go. Well, Monica's broken out of the game. Hey, me? Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. So president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. He quickly runs away. Oh dear. It looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did... me? Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. She keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. No, it's not that at all. It's I mean, yeah, it totally is that. Monika, leave, please. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with me. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Sorry for causing trouble. Jesus Christ, okay, I'm writing a poem now. A poem is something I'm writing now, is it? That's something we're doing now. Okay, I guess. Save first, okay. Do I go with Yuri now because we did that? I guess I do, right? Do I? Yeah, I guess I do go with Yuri. Or do I go with Natsuki because we had that big thing? I don't know. I don't know whether Natsuki's now just gonna go and die, potentially. I guess I will go with Yuri. It's just I did Yuri before. I guess I can try... No, did I get perfect? Is it perfect Yuri that I've got? Wait, perfect Monika is so close, apparently. I'm checking the achievements now. Oh, I got perfect Sayori, so I guess, yeah, I'll try perfect Yuri now and see if I can get a perfect one. I mean, I've got it saved anyway, so if anything bad happens, then I guess that's fine. And the last one would be Jumpy. So, I kind of did that one a bit quicker. I didn't really mind what one that was, because I know that I can't get the achievement anyway. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. So I did go for Natsuki for that one, just because we've done Yuri before. And I feel like because we did the whole thing with Natsuki yesterday, I want to go more into that. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. I kind of feel like we've seen most of Yuri's stuff anyway. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, me. Oh, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at her desk. And surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. You weren't in control, right? And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. So a couple days, so yesterday wasn't the first day? Maybe we were just a little too sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. Or whatever it was. It didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Ah, me. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... Ah, sorry, what am I saying right now? Oh, have you guys seen Monika? Monika's not here, brilliant! No, I haven't, or is this the one that she shows up late? I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. So Natsuki forgot? Jeez, isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. Just want to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Yeah, that wasn't... Or at least they weren't in control, so Natsuki is completely forgotten. Or that just wasn't her, potentially? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. Yeah, that's not Natsuki talking. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I will accept your apology anyway, even if it helps you feel better about it. It sounds kind of nice here, since I was afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Okay, so is Sayori in Natsuki now? No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey? Suddenly the doors swing open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Yeah, this is when we were talking about her boyfriend before, right? Oh, there you were. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah, not at all, mate. I'm more worried now you're here. Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. That's the Natsuki we all freaking know and absolutely despise. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. Yeah, this is the same. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. I guess I'll keep with this one because it's in a different environment, obviously. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. It must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Oh, well, thanks, Yuri. Don't do that freaking thing anymore when you're standing there. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I wonder if that's actually a thing that can happen. I look forward to it. Is that so? I still find it weird that all three of them are looking at me while talking to each other. That is a bit weird, isn't it? In that case, I won't let you down, me. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Oh, don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. Yeah, so if we went with Monica originally, then maybe we would have helped her practice the piano, right? But instead, Sayori helped her out. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Me? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. I just need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. That was a bit. She's reading over there, see. Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Jesus Christ, okay. Well, I don't have a freaking choice. Was that meant to happen? On that black screen? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. I am so confused as to what's happening right now. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people, cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Well, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of... So this is different, right? It's kind of dark, isn't it? It really makes it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, me? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. He's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective, like this game. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Well, you freaking were. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know why I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole book, okay? Can I read that properly here? No. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Is it there now? It's not. So I actually can't read that at all then. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Still not great at saying that freaking word. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes, okay, hello! How are we doing, Red Yuri? Freaking legendary card, Red Yuri there. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Okay, music, hello? It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone, I see. Reading in company with others, I believe it said last time, right? Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Last time nothing happened, but this time something definitely would. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting with the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. So she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing something. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same on my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Being holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side if she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Hey? Oh god, what is this freaking face here? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. And her eyes now look at me? That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. That was different. You mean like the masochist bit of her? We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know what came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Me? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. You worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. So Yuri and Natsuki have their own, I guess Sayori as well, have their own thing that they do. Right, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? So Yuri definitely does cut herself then, right? Is that what she rushed out to do? Because she's obsessed with that? Because obviously Natsuki said that before. She was saying, oh, is there something else in this character do you think is about me? Like the masochist part, her cutting herself part, like Natsuki was talking about before. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Hey? Didn't we wait for Yuri? Did I write another poem? Did I? Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I wrote a second one for Natsuki. Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Well, where's Natsuki then? Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki, because we wrote about her, I guess? Well, it's not terrible. It's pretty disappointing after your last one, even though we wrote it about you. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely annoyed. And I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. I mean, I didn't. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. It's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Wonderful! Yes, absolutely 10 out of 10 here. That probably has a bit of deeper meaning, but I'm too stupid to realise. Great! Me. Why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? Yes? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. Okay, well... This is great. That should be obvious by now. Just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it, please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Oh, Jesus Christ, mate! End. Okay, well, Natsuki's died. Let me just do the old save-a-rooney, shall I? Jesus Christ, mate. Hi again, me. Yeah, everything's totally normal, Monica. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, me. I was going all in my head while reading this. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. It wasn't, it was about Natsuki. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Yuri? Why on earth was that about Yuri, when it was mostly about Nat? I guess that's why Natsuki had the same response. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that there's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like this. She must feel really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. If she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri? I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Hey, already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize, we still have plenty of time. So I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I actually clicked then, that didn't freaking progress. I suppose I should get my poem now. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do. Unless it won't stop. Well, this is... yeah. So this is the same, it's just now... some words are capitalized, like cacophony of... stop, sin, cos, tangent, or sine, cosine, tangent, knife, breathing, ribcage, delete her. Endless poem of meaningless, I remember that says. Or nunadulus pum of munagulus is now what it says. Oh, we're not. Okay, there we go. I thought we were not getting any more dialogues. You just had to do a little glitchy thing first. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. Like how the music has completely changed back to normal. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's rant tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save the game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Oh, what? Please help me. That's my advice for today. What was that about? Thanks for listening. Did she just have a sudden fourth wall break then? I guess Yuri is someone I can show it to now. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. Apparently this is about you, girl. I just like holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's... well, there are some things you could work on. That doesn't really matter. I feel like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Does she remember what happened in the last save file then, I guess, right? I guess because Sayori's in her, then they... yeah, obviously then they have all of that to go on. Here's a poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. Yeah, this is the same. Is it the same? I don't remember this style. Wheel. A rotating wheel turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear, gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock ship, a postal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope. Yeah, this is quite hard to read, so I think I'm just going to skip over this. Breathing time, breathing, prayer, breathing sky, breathing will. Okay, well I can't see anything else written in there. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. You didn't do anything else with that pen, did you? So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? Yes. I'd freaking love to. You can keep this poem, though. Well, that was very weird. You wanted a special poem, would you like to read it? Not really. Nothing is real. Nothing is real, that says. Well, that's great. I was aware that nothing... Okay, everything's red now. Let's just save again, shall we? Everything's red. Okay, everyone. Let's just pause the video for a moment and take a closer look at the background. You may notice that the picture is now changed to instead show the final moments of Sayori's life, which does imply that Monica is aware of the previous save file. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Yes, we are. We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could sit in the front of the room. So this is when we discuss the festival. Is this about the festival? These sounds are questionable. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. Okay. Oh god, okay, I clicked. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Boss Fatwod or me joined and we've started with some club activities. This isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? No, not really. Not at all. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. Do we now? You're freaking making us feel that way, are you? So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, me? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of me to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica. Do you really think of us do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? You really never even talked until me joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And me isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you don't really... That's weird that they actually said, and that's everyone. A word that I'm trying to think of actually had to explain that was, yeah, Natsuki, and that's everyone. And I missed this one as well. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. Yeah, they must know about Sayori then. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monika was clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. Aback is actually a word then. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and me want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. But Monika looks sad though. I mean, I couldn't freaking care less, to be fair. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. But if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no? Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. This is sad now. Me. Why did you even join this club? Because you made me go. What were you hoping to get out of this? Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of this anyway? No, I joined because you needed one more member, right? To be an actual club. That's why I joined. What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? Yes, if it's that freaking honest. It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I mean, Yuri, if you had something to freaking say, you would have said it, right? I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, me. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have any opinion on the festival? Yeah, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, yes, of course. And I'm just happy with you here, but still. I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. What do you require if she killed? Okay, brilliant. Oh, you just, okay. I'm not sure what happened there. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you, me? What do you want to get out of this club? You repeats the same question as Monika. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Was something moving then on Yuri's, like the right side of her face, like this side? I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. There is something there, right? Something like dropping, yeah. Oh no, there is, yeah. Oh, because you stabbed your right eye? Is that signifying? So if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday. But I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monika. I want to do everything I can to make this best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. So we'll go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, me? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with me before we leave. To see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri's a little trouble, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves at Yuri, exits the classroom. Not looking forward to this conversation. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Me, I just want to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. Why is this happening then? You see all this static around you, Monica? Why is that happening then? I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really care about you, you know. Can I click off? No, I can't. Okay, fair enough. I guess I can actually just push it off the screen. I don't like seeing that other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? Oh, I know what you freaking mean, because, like, I'm an actual person here, and then she is very aware that she's in a freaking video game, but she's not a video game character, she's real. It's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gone to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why, wait, not yet, no, stop it. Yeah, she's really aware of it being a game, right? She's really freaking self-aware of her being in the game. That is really cool. What was that in the bottom left? I'm sure I just saw something in the bottom left then. Oh wait, yeah. 1111 out of 20, what? That's weird. Frightening. Okay, we're still good with Yuri. I'll close that then, because things are happening now. Uncontrollable? I'm kind of doing this just by myself now. Fear? I mean, Yuri's very easy to do. Defeat. Now Sayori's gone, it will be all the negative words about her. Infallible, or infallible even, agonizing. Oh yeah! Sayori's here again! Or is that Monica? Death. Okay, let me do a Sayori word, That's not a Sayori word. Lazy. That's not either. Depression? That's not either. Forgive. That was very weird. I don't know whether that was Sayori or Monica. Well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to end episode number 5 of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I hope that there is enough content for an episode 6, as it'll probably still be a bit short. So hopefully we will have enough content. I guess I can check now, actually. So I believe I have enough content for one more episode. So the next episode will be the ending of the main game, and then obviously we have the 6 stories for this Plus version. So maybe 2 episodes for them. I've heard that it's about 3 hours, I think, for the 6 episodes. So that will be an hour and a half for 3. So potentially 2 hour-and-a-half long videos. I'll much prefer to do them rather than 3 hour-long videos. Or maybe, if you guys really want me to, then I guess put down in the comments of the next episode or this episode. I don't freaking mind. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to end episode number 5 of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Or I guess just Doki Doki Literature Club. We still haven't actually reached the Plus version. As usual, there'll be a link in the description if you want to help yourself. But for now, hopefully you've enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did, subscribe for our brand new. I am the boy Boss Fatwod. Thanks for watching, and of course, as always, peace.